All right, welcome back to the Yard. I'm Darryl, and today I'm joined by co-host, producer, singer-songwriter Aaron Howard, and our special guest Larry Antonino, musician, producer, touring artist. It's been so exciting, Larry, to have you on this.
It's great to
be here. This segment, we
thanks.
listened to some songs, and we've got a song of yours and a song of Aaron's and a song by Big Yard. Let's listen to Island in the Storm first, okay?
Okay.
Let's do that. We'll be right back.
Over your ocean, feel the power of wind and rain. Can I recover from this pain? Well, you gave me life tonight where there was no help in sight. Now I have the strength to carry on all the way. This time I hope that I'm not too late. You're the island in the storm. I see you waiting for me.
Wow. We've been critiquing songs, and, as songwriters, and I know you guys are producers, you like to hear a song that either sounds like it plays itself or hits all the right spots at all the right time. Mm-hmm. And these two songs, yours and Aaron's, in my opinion, do all of that. So, Island in the Storm, self-produced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a song about, think about it. You're in a storm, you're in a ship in the ocean, in the big ocean, and you're going to get taken over by these waves unless something happens, a miracle. Then there's suddenly an island in front of you. That's your savior. That island is your life. So, the first lyric is, over your ocean, feel the power of wind and rain. Can I recover from this pain? You gave me life tonight when there was no hope in sight.
Yeah.
Now I have the strength to carry on.
Yeah.
You're the island in the storm. I see you waiting for me. My ship is drifting onto the shore. I feel your tide reaching for me.
Almost fate. Almost you're going to get
Absolutely. There. When no one could pull me through, you're the island in the storm.
It's a great lyric.
So I just came up with that, wrote that, and said, okay, let's get in there, get some acoustics, some guitars going, some leads, and I just heard the melody and put some counter harmonies and just kind of produced the way with live instruments.
Beautiful vocals.
Thank you.
And well-crafted song, well-crafted lyric.
Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoy that song. If you like that song, you can go to Larry's Spotify channel. And what album was it on?
It's on an album called State of the Heart.
State of the Heart. Okay, so Larry Antonino. You can read his information right here on our YouTube channel. And of course, follow him on all of his socials, and it's easy to get to. And we're going to go to a song, one of my personal favorites from the great Aaron Howard. Mm-hmm. And this one's got an interesting lyric too. And I like the theme of this segment that we're going to do, songs of hope. Songs about life and the challenges that we get, and we navigate this quirky little path, right?
Yes.
And I only remember the ride. Take a listen to it, and we'll be right back.
I remember hands up in the kitchen. We were dancing in the dark. Oh, and I remember every word to every song you played me in your car. Oh, I remember thinking she has me. I remember waking up happy, but I can't remember the problem that started the fight.
Aaron Howard. Wow. Just got your footprint all through it, your style of producing, this thing that you've captured over this last year or so in working with pop and pop artists, and your song and your skill sets that you're bringing to your material. Self-produced, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the lyric and how you came up with it.
When I write, I typically almost always know that I have something when I get something musical. So I only very recently have been writing lyrics first. So really I had this thing that felt really good to me. from kind of the verse into the pre-chorus into the chorus that was just, nonsense syllables in the DAW with an acoustic guitar. It really came from I was doing a pop songwriting and producing class, and it was like almost like an assignment. Like it was just, we were supposed to think more about how a pop song, a top 40 song would kind of be structured in that context. Like how fast do you get to the chorus, what difference in rhythm and everything, the difference between sections being more prominent, as it often is in pop music. So I had that sort of thing from the class, and I had to turn something in, and so I spent a day just kind of wandering around, and there was a pretty recent breakup, and I just kind of wrote about that, really. And it was the idea, of course, to be clear, the idea for this song is maybe you broke up for a reason, you should be done, but all you can remember is the nostalgia. All you can remember is like, how great everything was, even though there's a million things you should be able to remember that are why you're not there anymore. All you can remember is the good stuff. So that's sort of, I only remember the ride was that.
Aaron Howard, if you're a songwriter and you're looking to work with a modern sounding sensibility in terms of your producing, reach out to Aaron. And he's busy, so you might have
I still do a lot of folk and rock and organic genres. I just happen to get excited about modern pop in the last couple of years.
As a seasoned producer and with a career like yourself, what's your take on this tune?
I love what he's doing with the dynamics. First of all, he's expert at knowing when to have a lyric come forward by taking other instruments out. Because you could have everything in, and then that would go by and you'd hear it. But if you drop the bass out, if you drop the drums out, if you drop the guitar out, or an element, and that vocal speaks at that moment, he knows when to do that. That creates the dynamic.
He's brilliant.
And sometimes breaking it all the way down to a simple rhythmic thing with the vocal. And then it comes in with something very powerful that elevates it up. It's not about a million chord changes and being cool and fancy, like, you can learn all that at Berklee School of Music. It's wonderful. Listen, all the Steely Dan stuff, we love all that. But so it's like sometimes you can just have a pattern that just works, and it's how you build from verse, B section to chorus, how you harmonize it, where you go with it, that you don't even notice. That it's not all these crazy chords, but you think the song, it just speaks to you, and it's very complex in many ways.
I think what he just said speaks to your methodology. One thing that you said to me early when we started working together on the record that Alex and you did. Set up to the listener. Let the listener know what's going to happen next in one way. It could be subtle, like what Larry was just talking about. It could be a lead up. We listened to Eric Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
To me, you're. That's the one thing to me. When I hear your stuff, I said you've got a certain style, and you put your fingerprint on it. Thank you, guys. Incredible. We hope you enjoyed that. We're going to listen to one more song by Big Yard. This is a song that Aaron Howard put his fingerprint on. A song called Proof. Alex and I produced it in the studio. We hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back.
Baby, it's true. Yeah, I'm through. Well, honey, you know when I'm through. When you see I clean my cheek inside up.
All right, so Proof. This is a song about hope. The hook line is drinking 90 proof is only proof I still ain't over you yet. It's about a man that got lost in the bottle, and wants it back. I thought of this lyric on the way back from Las Vegas one time. That line, and I developed the lyric, and then just noodling around the studio came up with that guitar riff, and then Alex kind of took it from there and brought in his musicians and just had fun with it by the time it got to Aaron Howard. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that song.
Explain how the process was when you first heard Darryl. He came in with that lick. That guitar lick's a signature.
I really wasn't involved early on in that song. I told Darryl I probably thought it was the best song on the record that he was making.
Okay.
And then he brought it in, and he said something to me in a session where I did the background vocals on the whole record, and on Proof in particular, it was only me. So there's like 8 me's in the chorus, or 12 or something.
Incredible.
And so Darryl was really excited about the background vocals, and one of my favorite things about working with Darryl is that he has the enthusiasm of a 19-year-old artist making his first record.
But I'm 70.
Yeah, but he's 70, and so he comes in with all this enthusiasm, and he's excited and stuff, and he goes, this could work on the radio, don't you think? And I'm like, yeah, sure, And he goes, well, you want to answer the question genuinely? And I think it was about at that point where I said, okay, well, this is sort of like a turning point, because I find that in terms of saying, hey, maybe we could do some work on something, when somebody's put 1,000 hours into it.
Right.
They don't want to hear that. And a lot of the time, I've lost friends that I thought were pretty good friends by they begged me to be honest. I was, and they were just so devastated by the feedback. Very
sensitive.
And artists are particularly sensitive, I think. And Darryl, instead of being like that, I said, look, I think the song's brilliant. I think there's some fat we could cut. I think that there's these moments where it's like, hey, this pre-chorus is great. The chorus is great. Do we need the beautiful guitar lick, the incredible guitar lick that kind of drives the whole song? Do we actually need 2 measures of that between this section and this section?
Right, cutting the
and
fat.
we had that conversation, and anyway, long story short, I already thought it was a great song, and I told him that. I just said, hey, maybe we could cut some fat, and he immediately wanted to do it. And so that became how I got involved.
Awesome.
Outside of doing background vocals.
Well, it was your idea to cut the 3rd verse out of it too, and take the 2 pre-choruses
add an
and then
extra
go out
chorus.
with the hook line lyric. And then of course our friend Gary in LA, who a good close
Gary
friend of mine,
McLaughlin.
listened to it, and he said, "There's your hook." He said that thing should be all the way through it.
Isn't that
And
weird?
that was early. That was actually before
It's
Aaron
funny.
got involved.
Sometimes the writer that came up with the original song can't hear it only one. We only hear it one way. We can't hear it the way that someone else hears it. When they say the chorus is the verse and the verse is the chorus, we go, what? And then when we hear it through their ears, we go, oh, right, okay. So, but
that's one of my favorite things about this environment, though, because when you show somebody a song, you just hear it differently.
Isn't that
if
weird?
you're sitting in the same room while somebody's listening to your song, you're like, oh God,
yeah.
why is it taking so long?
Always. Yeah, it's painful.
I don't know. Do you feel it like other
Absolutely, all the time. It depends on if it's day or night, or if I'm driving in my car. Sometimes the song sounds really fast and nervous, and sometimes it sounds so slow. I don't know if I'm tired when I'm listening to it.
100%. If the song sounds fast, there's tons of that's just a thing. That's just a scientific fact that your brain speeds up and slows down.
We've talked about that.
So that's that.
We're going to save that for another segment.
Yeah, totally.
But there's hope in this song at the end,
Yes.
and
Thank
so
you.
that's what's great, because it's just out of the struggle. Some people lose that, and you're saying no. Hang on.
For me, addiction and recovery is that line that we walk between emotion and the addiction itself,
Right.
and it gets us trapped and it gets us stuck. And whether you deal with that or not, I did it a lot in my early life. You knew me back in the day, and though I was a functioning addict, but I wouldn't be here today had I not got real with it. So I had to get honest with myself, and I'm happy. I've learned how to deal with that and to be happy and to have hope. But a lot of people deal with that and don't know how to get unstuck, right? And if they get unstuck, they don't know how to stay unstuck, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so what we do is we walk this fine line. And so even you might not be that person, you might not be someone like myself or Keith Urban, who helped me inspire, was so transparent about it that I felt I could write this song. I could stay true to this lyric.
Yes.
But somebody's been touched by that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to end there. Thank you so much. God bless you. Stay in touch. If you like what you saw, go ahead and click on the subscribe. Send it out to all your friends and fellows. Come back, watch The Yard. Larry Antonino's got 3 great segments. Aaron Howard's going to be, we've got a fireside chat we know you're going to love. Oh, let us know. Let us know. And so when you're out there getting to wherever it is you're getting to, may all your dreams and all your hopes come true. Love on your fate. Love on your fellow. God bless from The Yard. We'll see you again soon, okay? God bless.